You're looking live, Chopper 13, over a protest happening right now in Minneapolis. It's one of many demonstrations happening across our area as people are out there demanding change and justice after George Floyd's death. Good to see you with us at 7. I'm Nicole Baker.
And I'm Vic Carter. Protests like that are happening nationwide, and as family and friends gather to say their final goodbyes to Floyd in his hometown of Houston.
Now we are taking you to several of those protests happening here. Let's start with Kelsey Kushner. She is in Towson for us tonight.
Yeah, Nicole, this is the spot here outside the Baltimore County Police Department. Now, this has been the spot for multiple protests throughout the week. Now, take a look at some of that video that we got from the protest earlier today. It was a pretty large group out here. They had their signs with them. We heard speeches from students, from teachers, from members of the Board of Education. Some speakers, they got up, they shared personal stories. Others motivated the crowd, demanding more education in school and police reform.
After all of these years, we are having the same conversations. But the difference is now we're saying Black lives matter.
Now, this was a youth-led protest. They said they wanted to make sure that they kept this protest peaceful. That way they could get their message across. Reporting live at 7, Kelsey Kushner for WJZ.
Kelsey, thank you. From Towson to Baltimore City Hall, that's where Joy Burnett is live tonight. And Joy, it's a lot quieter there than it has been over the past couple of weeks.
Very different story here, Vic. We want to show you something. The fencing, that is still up. They still have the DPW trucks here as a barricade. We even have some officers still here at City Hall. But something that is noticeably different, there are no protesters here today. Something very different from the past few days. This is week number 3 of protests, and despite the heat, some organizers are still coming out.
Now is the time for racial justice.
Well, I think it's just necessary, to show people in the community that we care.
In Dundalk, Janelle organized this protest with her former high school classmate. Some here were just in elementary school.
I understand that it's good to help the community and make a change.
I don't think that our skin color should give me or grant me any more or less privilege than the next person,
WJZ has seen Baltimore County Police Chief Melissa Hyde at several events, some with hundreds, others with just a handful. She says she hopes her presence sends a message of unity.
The majority of these events have been youth organized, and it really shows you the positive impact that youth can have.
David Chico says he usually keeps his thoughts to himself, but this time around, he's taking a public stance.
I think people are speaking up because it's happening far too often. Someone dying when they say, I can't breathe, and someone's got their knee on their neck or on their back.
Now, that event in Dundalk earlier today was just a handful of people, but we've seen much bigger ones in Baltimore County. And the police chief said it's very important for her to be at all of them, the bigger ones and the small ones as well. Live at 7, Joy Burnett for WJZ.